provides that you are going to demonstrate, then anything that happens, you just wake up and say, let us go and demonstrate. Because when you demonstrate, you who are the orchestrators or organizers of...
What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
Well, as UPND, would like to take this opportunity to thank the electorates in all the 9 local government wards and by-elections that took place yesterday, the 12th of July 2024, right across the country in a number of provinces and a number of districts that include Kawambwa, Kanchibia, Nakonde, Mufumbwe, Sikongo, Choma, Chirundu, and the citizens have spoken. We want to take the vote as an endorsement of a vote of confidence in the leadership of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, because in these elections, all of them 9, the opposition could not get even one. And they have no excuse whatsoever. These elections were peaceful. There was no violence. There was no vote buying. There was just peace, a conducive atmosphere for everybody who was participating to canvass for votes to ensure that they can woo the electorate to vote for their agenda. We now are beginning to conclude that the people of Zambia are happy with the free education policy of the New Dawn administration. They are happy with the expansion of CDF, which has allowed many people right across the country in all the constituencies to get a touch and feel of government money rather than the way money was just felt at the center in Lusaka of government. Now, every constituency, they are fabricating desks for children in school. They are building schools. They are building clinics. They are doing bridges. So, President Hakainde Hichilema's policies are working on the ground. We also see this vote as one that should fortify President Hakainde Hichilema against incessant and unnecessary attacks by the opposition. We want, therefore, to encourage the opposition that even as they criticize, they should be renewing their mandate on the ground. We want to congratulate, therefore, a number of political parties that participated in these elections in order to validate the democratic credentials of these elections and also of our country. We think that this is the way it should go. This election was peaceful. This peace was a reminder that peace is a constant struggle and we must constantly struggle to keep it. We have been reminded that when you have a peaceful party in office, you are going to have elections that are akin to peace and not those of the past that are akin to pangas, guns and bloodshed. So we think that this is progress that as a country together we are making in the right direction as we govern ourselves, but this is work in progress that we must continue to build on to perfect the art of governing ourselves. We've also had some concerns raised by the Human Rights Commission that the police were wrong to arrest those who are demonstrating against the load shedding schedule. We think that as a country, yes, human rights must be respected and the law must be respected. But there is a caveat there. In the application of the law and interpretation thereof, the law must be applied and interpreted reasonably and judiciously. It doesn't mean that if the law provides that you are going to demonstrate, then anything that happens, you just wake up and say, let us go and demonstrate. Because when you demonstrate, you who are the orchestrators or organizers of that demonstrations, you may be, comprehended of a good, or apprehended with a good intention about your demonstration. But you will not know who else is joining with an evil intention that might get the scope of your initial intention out of hand to now threaten public and national security. We have seen what has happened in the countries around. Therefore, we would like to say that while we recognize and respect and uphold and defend the rights of our citizens to peaceably assemble and demonstrate, they must be able to demonstrate on things that are justifiably reasonable and also judicious. We can't have a country where anybody who wants should say, no, let us stage a demonstration. Otherwise, police will be inundated with notifications of citizens want to demonstrate about anything they are uncomfortable about. The question of load shedding and the question of the technicalities of the load shedding schedule is an issue that government and through government, ZESCO has already heard, and government is doing everything possible and reasonable to ensure that the right things are done. We have already spoken to ZESCO that the citizens are not happy with the load shedding schedule, which does not speak to what in many instances happen on the ground. That you say electricity will go at 6 hours, it goes at 04. Electricity will go at 12 hours, it goes at 06. And instead of 8 hours, people are load shedded sometimes for 14 hours. Those issues government have already had. And from the background of understanding the idea of a demonstration, as a unionist myself, we used to demonstrate as students at the University of Zambia. You only demonstrate when management or government has not heard your complaint, when they have not heard your standpoint. Then you decide to go and demonstrate so that they can hear. But here we are as government, here we are as ZESCO. We are saying we have already heard those concerns, and ZESCO has indicated that when it comes to switching on and off of their machines, there has to be a technical understanding that it may not be as we wish it should be done. Otherwise, the machines, if we go by what some people are asking to say, give us power for 3 hours or 4 hours, then you switch off again after 3 hours, you give us power. ZESCO have indicated that we shall damage those machines because those machines were built to be running all the time, 24/7, all year round. They were not built to be switched on and off. So with this load shedding system arising out of low water levels, we are now in a situation where they have to do it in a more technical matter that does not leave us with a more bigger and huge cost to maintain those machines once we are done with these load shedding issues. We've also heard a political commentator, Mr. Azeo Banda, claiming that hello? What? Oh, yes. We've also heard a political commentator, Mr. Azeo Banda, making various commentaries in the last 1 week. And recently, Mr. Muhabi Lungu, who was saying that President Hakainde Hichilema would like to turn this country into a one-party state. Sincerely speaking, as government, we do not understand where those concerns, or allegations or assertions are emanating from. Because we've just come out of a by-election where in almost all the local government by-elections, there were about 4 political parties contesting elections. In a one-party state, those elections would not take place. I think that Mr. Muhabi Lungu, instead of making baseless, unfounded, and misplaced assertions and claims that President HH wants to turn the country into a one-party state, he would rather spend that time to admonish his colleagues who enjoy opposition where even it is unnecessary, that let them organize themselves. You have seen the dismal performance of Patriotic Front, in all these by-elections, they were at the tail end. Okay? It shows you that the people of Zambia have rejected Patriotic Front, they have rejected UKA, they are not ready to go back to where they have already exited. They are not willing to begin to listen to people who brought us to this economic difficult environment that we live in. The people of Zambia have not forgiven this, previous administration. They have not forgotten about the violence we endured, the gassing we endured, a number of issues that we went through as a nation. Cadarism, fear, hate speech, divisive language, trying to divide a people who are used to living as a united people. The people have spoken. So, in real terms, these 9 by-elections, of course, the ruling party has won 8 out of 9, and 1 in the southern province has gone to an independent. But when you look at it, in reality, you will find that it is a UPND that has won all round 9 out of 9. Now it takes the tally of local government by-elections from 2021 to 70 by-elections. And out of 70 by-elections, the ruling party has scooped 67 out of 70, with the opposition scooping 3 in the initial stages, just when we were changing government, before people had become accustomed to the fact that what President HH had promised, he was delivering. After 2 years of delivery, now it has become impossible for the opposition to win, a near impossibility. But we are not going to take this vote as something we take for granted. We are going to look at the numbers. We want always to be able to perform better. We have also acknowledged that the votes for the party in the northern region, in Kanchivia, in Nakonde, in Kawambwa, there appears to be a surge, an upward surge, meaning therefore that the idea of a stronghold for anyone is not there. For us, as a party in government, we are not going to declare any province or any constituency as a stronghold for the ruling party. We are going to consider the whole country as one that requires attention at all times, that as elected officials, we must pay attention to what is happening on the ground, so that we keep the ground right across the 156 constituencies warm all the time ahead of 2026 general elections. Along the way, there will be a lot of lessons to be learned, but this particular vote we have been given through the 9 by-elections has given us, and particularly the president, an impetus to continue to work hard, even in the midst of the naysayers, knowing that the people who matter, the voters, are with him. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, J Cool, and turn on the notification bell, cause I'm gonna see you in the next video.